Well, hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Wild Your Garden. And in this video I'm very pleased to be back in my local woods in Essex, because here beside me I have a few of some of the rarest butterflies found in the UK, and that is these magnificent Heath Fritillaries. Now this is a butterfly that is very, very rare now. It was on the brink of extinction in the 1970s, and it's one that has had a reasonably good comeback. It is doing well on some of the sites that are now managed for it, particularly the local woods where I am here in Essex, where it was reintroduced and is doing quite well. And there's several of them at the moment that seem to be spiraling round. I mean, you can see this one down here, but there are at least, I would say, 25 plus individuals. It's fairly early in the season. We're just approaching mid-June, so numbers are just starting to build now. You can see this one. They seem to pester, if you like, the sort of the flower heads of the hard rushes. There's one actually just over there, which is actually perched on this sort of brown blob. I think it's the males that often think it is a female that has landed, and they go and have an inspect of what's going on. But just through there, I mean, you can't see from here. I'll put some clips in, but there's 4 individuals, 1, 2, 3 at least, and in this little mini glade there are at least 7. So it is absolutely beautiful to see, and it's a very, very special butterfly because it has such a specific requirement in terms of its habitat. Now it kind of uses 2 very different habitats depending on where you are in the UK. Now here in the east, where it is found in Essex and Kent, the only 2 counties I believe, which is not far from Southend Airport, as you can hear, it is predominantly in woodland settings like this, so it has to be managed for them specifically. And the larval food plant of which is cow wheat, which is this lovely little annual little yellow flower, and foxgloves as well, I believe they use as a secondary food plant, but it is the cow wheat in particular that they use here. And the cow wheat kind of spreads its way through the woodland after it's been cleared. Now this wood is coppiced regularly, kind of on a rotation, so sections are clear felled almost on a rotation, as I say, for the hornbeam and the sweet chestnut in particular, 2 obviously very usable wood sources here and in the wood, particularly in the south and the east. Sweet chestnut and hornbeam are very good timber for production. Obviously that coppice element, which we've lost so much of in terms of our woodland management, unfortunately throughout the last couple of centuries, it really has become a very mechanized way of managing our woodland these days. So we have these giant harvesting machines that come in and extract timber very efficiently, but the traditional coppicing methods I think you just can't beat, and they're great because then that sends up lots of fresh regrowth for you to then coppice again, maybe some sort of 10 to 30 years later on when they've formed multi-stem trees again. So a very good way of sustaining wood within a woodland setting. But where these trees are coppiced, it then allows the cow wheat to move in because of the new light that hits the floor or the ground of the area that has been recently cleared, and it colonizes these new areas. And it's great because it then allows things such as the bramble, which is the primary nectar source, if you like, for these butterflies, where I've seen a lot of today, and indeed where Nikki and the kids spotted the first of these butterflies. We were sort of walking our way here to this spot where I thought they might be, and it was raining and it was overcast, and it's sort of 4 p.m. We thought, this is not going to be a very productive day. And I did come here a couple of weeks ago. There's one just flying there, just in front of me. Yeah, I came a couple of weeks ago and there weren't any. It's quite late this year because of the cold spell we've had between March and April. But we were sort of, not trudging our way here, but not expecting a lot. And there are at least 25. The rain stopped, and then the kids and Nikki spotted 1 on the bramble, and I was just blown away by that. Then we saw 2, then 3. And then as we looked round, we seemed to see a lot of them kind of roosting on these grasses, which a lot of it is Yorkshire fog, with their wings sort of closed up, where they have this gorgeous sort of pearly underside, similar to the pearl bordered and the small pearl bordered fritillaries that we also get here in the UK, when they are quite hard to spot. When they're out with they're basking and they're warming up their wings Obviously they need the sun's warmth to warm up, and now we've got this kind of hazy sunshine. It's absolutely perfect for them, about 20 degrees, the air temperature is there, and they're opening their wings, which is allowing for some fabulous shots where they have these gorgeous kind of dark brown and sort of orange and yellow checkerboard. Is absolutely beautiful. And yes, so many of these insects are absolutely pristine, which would suggest that they are merely, some of them probably hours, if not they've hatched either today, yesterday, or in the couple of previous days where we've had a decent spell of very warm sunshine weather over the last week or two, which has no doubt spurred them on. So it's still early in the season. Numbers can get quite high in this wood. I've done some transects before and seen, I think the highest count was about 95 I saw one year, which was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, they are doing well. It looks like it could be a good year for them. I say 25 within, I would say, about 100-150 square metre block at the moment, nectaring on bramble, flying around looking for females. A lot of these are males, and they are just absolutely brilliant. So yes, and they are on the wing, as I say, from sort of now right the way through till the end of June, and then kind of tailing off as we go into July. So a really iconic species. And yeah, now it's warming up. You can see there's quite a few of them kind of starting to move through the grasses. Just brilliant to see in this evening sunshine. So yeah, just wanted to share with you guys. Oh, I can't even finish the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here you go. See if you can see this one a bit clearer. So yes, a very nice thing to see at this time of year, and kind of an annual pilgrimage for me to come to these woods just to spend a bit of time with these guys. It's absolutely wonderful. So yes, they're often known as the woodman's friend. So they follow around where the coppicing has been. They usually colonise that area a year or two later on, once there's some bramble that is established and the cow wheat is sort of moved through into that area. They do often colonise a year or two after an area has been cleared. So really brilliant. And in the southeast of the country, where they're also found in Somerset, Cornwall and Devon, there are a few isolated colonies. They are on more sort of heathland settings, so things like ribwort plantain they use as a larval food plant, but I've not seen them in that part of the world. But they are very sedentary as well, so that they're not quick to establish new colonies. So they move very steadily through a woodland or through an area over several years, barely often leaving the grounds in which they were born or the local habitat in which they are hatched, if you like. So yes, they're quite a sedentary species. So very nice, very predictable, and certainly a butterfly that make my butterfly year. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video about one of my favourite summertime butterflies. And yes, if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give the video a like, and I'll be sure to bring you many more wildlife encounters such as this one in videos to come, along with, of course, all the ways in which you can help wildlife in your own garden in videos to come as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.